the purge. Purge hard. Did I say we live? Welcome to Speculation Sunday on a Monday. So I was trying to hold out as much as I can to have Danny obviously on the channel. He got set back, so I was like, well, let me just delay, and then more delay happened. Danny will meet us at some point in time in the live stream. But at this point, I'm going to go solo. But welcome to Speculation Sunday on a Monday. We got a lot to talk about today. I'm really glad we didn't do Speculation Sunday yesterday because that news that dropped out of nowhere on Twitter involving the future of Universal Studios Hollywood. Eddie. Also, too, we need to kick things off in a proper fashion. You know, it is Halloween Horror Nights opening week. Opening week. Y'all believe that? Can y'all believe that? I'm actually going to be at Halloween Horror Nights tomorrow. How crazy is that? I was blessed enough to be invited by a team member to go have some fun. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Mondo, are you coming to HHN Preview? Yes, I will be there tomorrow. Oh, my Lanta! I can't wait. All right, we got to kick this off in a proper fashion since it's Halloween Horror Night week. And I don't think there's a better way to kick this off than an opening ceremony. Probably my favorite opening ceremony of all time.
Woo! I'm actually a runner. Can I run? Oh my God! Whoa! There's another one! Oh my God! Whoa! Yeah! Woo!
I love when everybody's running. Run to the lower lot. Go. We got to get a killer clowns. You know what I mean? That's what it was back in that day. All right. We have the proper start to our live stream. Just to jam-pack live stream today. This might be a 2-3 hour live stream. I just want to let everybody know. So get some water. If you're trying to drink coffee this late, get some coffee. But we got a lot to talk about, and I really want to take my time talking about all of it. I'll wait to talk some of the Disney news and stuff like that with Danny. But I want to start off with the most hot off the press. Some breaking freaking news, and I can't believe my eyes. It was just like, what the hell? I don't even know why this happened today. I don't know why it happened today, but it did. It did. It did, and it's out there. I don't even know who this is, but Salis Metho. So shout out to Salis Metho. Credit to that person. Breaking news, possible evolution plan showing what we can expect from Universal Studios Hollywood in the coming years. Some highlights are the new attraction with food and merchandise and replacing Waterworld, and a tram tour overhaul with possibly 3 new stops. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Has anybody seen this? I feel this is just in the Twitter world. If you're not on Twitter, you're probably like, what the hell are we looking at? I tried my breath. I tried my best to kind of break down all this information that's going on here. Like, I like doing things in the most simplest way. So when I try to talk about it or explain, it's just easy. Has anybody seen this? Anybody in the chat? Have you guys seen this right here? I'm assuming nobody has. I never seen this until today. So everybody's like, so before I keep going, I love Waterworld. Purge Dangerous Waters, I love it. I love Purge. We've been hitting the Purge horn since day one. We're Purge fans here. No, Waterworld is, to me, is very special. So to see this was kind of like, what? In my mind, like, this is just me talking out loud. In my mind, I always thought like the things on the chopping block are Simpsons, Mummy, Falls Lake, that Supercharged Building, War of the Worlds, stuff like that. I thought that's on the chopping block. To hear Waterworld was totally like, what? Well, let's get into it, because I feel like I could just talk an hour about this map. Here it is. Where is it? There it is. So, there it is. T3. So, if I go back to that other map, T3 is right there. Let me see if I can point at it. It is right here. That's Waterworld. Okay, that's Waterworld right there. So T3. And when we go back to this permit map, I don't even know what else to call it. Specific plan map, permit map. So T3 is noted right here. New theme park attraction with food and beverage retail. So it's like a mini land. That's how I'm assuming this is. Like, how big is the Waterworld area? You know what I mean? To like create a new land, or I guess a new attraction. I won't say land, just a new attraction. To me, it would sound like it's something on a smaller scale. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of room to work with in that Waterworld area. That area was built for Waterworld. Wild. This is just straight up wild, man. So on this map, this like permit map or plan map, the future of Universal, Waterworld is booked to be taken out. Obviously, this is Speculation Sunday, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. It's all speculation. We're here to talk about it and have fun. So anything I say is not like some valid 100% fact. Speculation Sunday on a Monday. To me, hearing that Waterworld can be like on the chopping block, it's like heartbreaking. We lost Backdraft, special effects at the lower lot, and then we lost special effects again, and then we lost animal actors, and now they're coming for Waterworld. Don't do it! No, don't do it! Don't do it! Now they're coming for Waterworld? What? They just built a Waterworld, I think, in Beijing or something. Like a brand new one. Man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So I want to hear from you guys. If Waterworld was to leave, like, what's a fit in this area? It's such an odd area because it's just to the right. You know, Hollywood and Dine, Lemley Court, Waterworld. Like, what would even go over there? I have one idea. I have one idea that I think could go over there, but, like, it's a total reach. But I want to hear what you guys got to say. We got a super chat from Antonio Daniel dropping a 5. Yo! Super chat! Thank you, Antonio. I don't see a comment, but if you put a comment, we'll definitely highlight it, my friend. I appreciate your support. What can go right here in this Waterworld allotted space? So it'd be a new attraction, food, and retail. So to me, that just sounds like a new IP, obviously. I like, no way it's an original thing. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. But what do you guys think? I want to hear. We got over 500 people in the chat. Let's go. Hit the like button. I want everybody to hit the like button. What if they replace it with Pokemon? That was the one. That's literally the one I was thinking. Like, I know it sounds crazy. So everything will kind of full circle when I start talking about these other things. But yeah, maybe it could be Pokemon. You know, there's been a lot of talk about Pokemon and the integration that it's having with Universal. We're seeing there's a Pokemon parade, Pokemon like water dance party, Pokemon Gengar Pikachu dance party. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon integration. Maybe it's going to finally trickle its way down here to United States and Hollywood. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. You took the words out of my mouth. It's a mistake taking water. We're losing Rivers of America and possibly a water world. Damn, man. The craziness in these United States parks. Bro, they can't take away my front row seat. My front wet seat. We don't want it. I would only accept Dark Universe. I will not complain if somehow Dark... But it's like, there's no room for a Dark Universe. I don't feel like there is in that corner. Unless Hollywood and Dine, Lemley Court, all that just gets taken out. And they're just really expanding, you know? But I would accept the Dark Universe. Oh, man. No, not Pokemon at all. We still need a stunt show of some sort. I know, man. It's kind of crazy because, you know, we saw the stunt show leave Knott's Berry Farm. We saw the Batman stunt show leave Six Flags a long time ago. We just saw Avenger Campus leave their stunt show. Now I guess that there's a possibility that Universal might let go of its stunt show. That sucks. I like stunt shows. I like entertainment. Entertainment at theme parks is one of my highlights, period. You can easily put How to Train Your Dragon themed land. There's a lot of people that have been reaching out to saying that they think it's How to Train Your Dragon. my first thought, I kind of don't want it to. If How to Train Your Dragon's coming, I don't want it to go right here. There's no room. I want How to Train Your Dragon to be the scale of Epic Universe. Big ass land, gigantic, water, everything. Like I want it all. I want more than what Epic Universe got. You know what I mean? I want more. Is it possible they can have another action show there? Maybe just different movie. So, all these possibilities, there's a lot of possibilities of what could happen here, okay? There's a lot of possibilities. One of the ones that somebody was like mentioning and they were just trying to sell me on it. And I'm like, well, we keep kind of hearing Universal talk about anime. What about if this became a One Piece land? One Piece attraction. One Piece restaurant. One Piece merch. It kind of makes sense. I could see One Piece go there, honestly. Maybe it's just kind of a re-theme of Waterworld. And it's just One Piece Waterworld. I don't know. I literally, it's kind of crazy, man. It's crazy. Oh, my goodness. My goodness gracious. Show in the park. Epic Universe was so awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to experience Epic Universe. I'm hoping to experience Epic Universe maybe in January, February. That's kind of like what I'm aiming for right now. But we'll see how it goes. Literally, Wicked would be great. What can they do with Wicked, though? I don't know. I don't know what Wicked could do there. We'll see. We'll see. Before I move on from this, because there is a lot to talk about, one thing that was talked about right here too. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. There was another thing that could go here. Oh, man. I'll just move on. I can't remember. For some reason, I can't remember. I got so many things running through my head. All right, let's keep moving because there's more to talk about. So there's a new attraction in this map that we're looking at, T6. T6 is right here. Look. Right there. T6. You're like, where the heck is T6? So T6 is kind of a weird one. And I'll tell you why. Falls Lake is right here. This is Falls Lake right here. That's Supercharge. Okay? This is like trees right now. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's just trees. Like, I don't even know how else to say it. It's like on the hill, right? Some people were saying that T6 was Jurassic Park. Let me see. Is that the one that people were saying was Jurassic Park? Let me click. Yeah, Jurassic Park. So it looks like we thought for eternity that this area was just going to be closed off. We had a horrible incident that happened on this hill right here going into the flash flood. But this is Jurassic area. Something new is coming there. I wonder if it's like soundstage or is it like like something outdoors, I guess, is the best way to say it. I don't know. But that is one of the new areas that is marked for a new attraction. The other interesting one, the one that I was thinking I was going to point out, is this one right here. T7. Yeah, so T7 was the one that I was like confused on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So this is supercharge. Okay, you would come right here on the studio tour, and then you turn that way to go to, get dropped off and end the studio tour. This one is in the trees right here. T7 right here is in the trees. And if you guys remember, I've been showing every now and then these trees that have blue markings on them, like blue tags. There's a lot of trees in different areas that have these blue tags. We've seen them around Simpsons. We've seen them around Jaws area, which is kind of weird, which would be like back here. But this building, that's a new attraction that is pointed out to be for studio tour. Kind of crazy. Super Nintendo expansion down there? No. That's kind of the crazy part about all this. Out of all the things we've all been rumoring, Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong, Zelda, something could come over here. This map that we're looking at has nothing on the lower lot. The lower lot is right here. Nothing is slated in this area. Look at that. We got Mummy building. Right here's Mummy. So this lower lot, nothing. There's like these new tech buildings that are going to be built all around, but yeah. Lower lot, nothing. Right here, look, this is Fast and Furious. But yeah, this T7 building is so odd to me. So I couldn't even try to rumor what the heck this could be. But it's like, it's such an odd place because we know a new attraction is coming to Supercharge, but what about this building? What? How? I don't know. I don't know how this is all going to work out. I'm telling you, Blumhouse World. I hope not. T7 looks to be the location of the old prop plaza where you would get off the tram and see different props. Okay. Does this map show what the heck is going on at Citywalk? Well, let's get to that next. So we talked about T7, T11. So T11 is right here. Right here, look. Right there. T11. To try to make sense of that, this T11, this is the studio tour load, if I'm not mistaken. And then this is Simpsons. So Simpsons, studio tour load, and then a new attraction will be coming right here. Which, is that the maintenance for this is like the maintenance area for studio tour, right? That's what I'm thinking. A new attraction. Oh man, this is crazy. I wish I could really pinpoint and be like, I think this is going there or this might happen. It's just so early in the game because this literally dropped like, I don't know, 2-3 hours ago, right? No, at 4 o'clock, 5 hours ago. I just wanted to bring it up. We got a member chat from Jessica. 50! Can we get some birthday cakes in the chat for Arlene? Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Who got some birthday cake? Birthday. All right. There, we got a lot of birthday cakes. Happy birthday, Arlene. To many, many more. I hope you had a wonderful birthday week. And I hope you got to spend it with your family. That's like the best part about birthdays. But Jessica, thank you so much. We have the best mods in the world. Best mods in the freaking world. Thank you. Pull up the satellite image of the park. All right, let's do that. Universal Studios Hollywood. Satellite. Mm-mm-mm. Man, I always struggle trying to find Google Satellite View. There we go. I guess I should just click in Google Earth next time. Universal Studios Hollywood. All right. We are on the map. So here is this area. Look, Simpsons right here. This studio tour load. And then, what was it? Which one was it? T11. T11 is right here. Right there. That's T11. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. Man, I honestly feel like I could just spend over an hour. But the crazy one, the one before, right here, T6. Look at T6. T6 is this one. So, it's like right here. The Jurassic Park cars. Right? Oh, no. Yeah, it is Jurassic. For sure, Jurassic. Or no. T6 would be the show cars. Remember where the show cars used to be? Because it's before this like little circle thing right here. Huh. Well, you look at that. Wow. So it's going to be right here. Look, this is one new attraction at the show cars. And then it would be another new attraction like right here. I don't even know what this area is. I'm guessing some storage facility. Maybe they're just converting it. So it's not the maintenance area, because I thought the maintenance area, look, maintenance area is right here. That's a little far off on the map. So they're putting two attractions right here. So one attraction, two attraction up there. Damn, that's crazy. There's some crazy. This is wild, man. Wild stuff going on here. Can I get a vibe check? Am I boring you guys? To me, this is all fascinating. I feel like everybody wants to talk Horror Nights. We're gonna get there, I promise you. But this is just hot off the press. That's why I wanted to get to it. Am I boring you guys? I'll move on or be faster about it. Oh man, I just hope I'm not boring you guys. This stuff's fascinating to me. But shout out to Arlene. Happy birthday one more time in 50 months. 5 fires, Jessica. Thank you so much. No, love this. Can't wait. I'm listening. By the golf course. This is interesting. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Let's keep going. Then. Let me see. That's crazy. I didn't even know this area existed. Like, I'm not like, why would I ever look there? You know what I mean? I will now. I will. I wonder if they're already like demolishing things. I don't even know how we would check. Literally. We got a super chat. Oh my Lanta. Super chat. The person 007. Extremely fascinating. Hey, thank you. The person 007. I appreciate that, man. It is extremely fascinating. Like, yeah, no more screens. So I had that conversation with my buddy. Was it Jared? It might have been even Theme Park Wizard if I can remember. I was like, whatever these new studio tour editions, we want like physical things. Earthquake, Jaws, King Kong. You know, like the old King Kong. We want physical, not just screens. I think we're okay on that. Um, we got Just Ask Danny. He made it. He made it. Danny.
I made it.
Hold on. I got you. There we go. All right. Let me get a little bit smaller. Danny, are you alive?
I'm alive.
There we go.
I even got my water.
Let me see. What do I got as a background here? Hollywood. Perfect. Danny, what are your thoughts? I don't know if you were hearing the conversation, but there's going to be 2 new attractions. It's this right here. Look, Danny. Man, I'll try to point it out now. So this T7 is a new attraction, and this T6 is a new attraction. These are for the studio tour. And
T7 is where the current one used to be, right?
No. That's what I just brought up. T7 is like this storage thing or something.
Oh, is that near where the Jurassic Park thing used to be?
T6 is right here. It's the show cars. It's kind of there's like some new routage going on here. The Jurassic Park is this stuff right here. We miss you, dinosaurs. But yeah, that's happening. Before we go any further, Danny, I want to hear your thoughts because you're on the different end than I am about Waterworld leaving.
Yeah, I'm okay with it leaving, and I know the show itself is cool, and they're still building it in new Universal parks, right? Like
Yeah, Beijing. I think I could have sworn it was Beijing.
Yeah, and also I think
Or Singapore. It was one of those.
Isn't one getting the Waterworld too?
The which one?
Isn't the UK one supposed to get Waterworld too?
I don't even know, dude. Everyone kept saying it's gonna be a 007 show, but it looks like a water. Yeah. It looks like a Waterworld.
So anyway, I don't mind it because it's like it's different. It's like when Disneyland's getting rid of old original attractions, it's like, you know, people really don't want it to happen, right? But but at the same time, I know this is original to Universal Studios, but it's tied to an IP, and it's an IP show that like a lot of people, you know, appreciate the show, and the show itself is amazing and great, and it's fun every time to watch. But there's no connection, at least with kids and like families that are coming to the show, right? Like they don't know what Waterworld is. Maybe the parents do. But even then, I would say, you know, if it's like millennials that are bringing their kids now, right? Like, do a lot of millennials even know what Waterworld is at this point?
Yes, I'm a millennial. The answer is yes.
So I feel like they want to make things that are current and more relatable. Waterworld, as we all know, is right next to Harry Potter. So
yeah.
That's are we gonna get another show though? I don't know. Like I feel like
literally next to Harry Potter. Like they're right. Look at that. They're literally one street from being connected.
Yeah. So Harry Potter is a potential, right, for stuff there, but also a show like that is really good capacity for Universal too. So I could see them utilizing this for a different show, even something different that's more current. You know what I would love if went there is the what do you call it? The one that Universal Orlando has. What's that one?
Oh, you're saying like the World of Color cinematic?
No. Well, yeah, I would love that.
I would love a World of Color to come to Universal.
Yeah, heck yeah, I would love that if we could get that.
Try not to cuss right now. That'd be badass. If we could
No,
get
the Born Stuntacular.
Born
Oh,
Spectacular.
that's the coolest thing I've ever experienced, honestly.
Do you think it would stay Born Stuntacular or it'd be something else?
They
Because
could
Born
do it whatever.
Stuntacular got
Honestly.
kind of old now. You know what I mean?
I don't know. The Born movies are pretty current, I would say.
Yeah. I was saying, Danny, this is not a big area. Like, what the hell could go there, dude? It would be attraction, food and beverage, and retail. So it's like it just screams mini land, super mini land. Some of the things I've heard, Danny, this is just everybody throwing stuff out there. Pokemon, One Piece. Some people in the chat were saying Wicked. Other people are saying How to Train Your Dragon. I think it would be a crime to put How to Train Your Dragon there in the most tight, no space area. Like How to Train Your Dragon, I think of like a vast land, like, wide. And that's not
Well,
that.
they would. I think what they mean by How to Train Your Dragon is they would put the Untrainable Dragon theater show there.
I want the land, Danny. I'm sorry. That ain't enough, bruh. I want the land.
You want Burke. You want Burke.
Let me see. Let me get you in here, Danny. Hold on.
Hold up. Hey.
Got two of me right now. There we go. All right. Let's get this proper.
Yeah, I got Dodger 4040 in the chat, Mondo, that says Born is way more current than Waterworld.
Born is like never in my repertoire of things to watch, Danny. Like, when's the last time you watched a Born movie? Like, be honest. The last time you watched a Born movie? For me, I'm going to say like 8 years ago, maybe.
But there's one that just came out.
Really? I have no idea, dude. Damn, I don't know. I couldn't even tell you when that movie came out. We got a super chat from TTG Dream Thief. What's up, Mondo? Taking my niece this Friday to be her first HHN, who is 15. Going as a group of 6. Any advice to keep her excited rather than nervous? I want to start off by saying in Orlando, they came out with my first HHN button. So Universal is like very aware that there's a lot of people going to Horror Nights for the first time. And over there they sold the Don't Scare Me necklace. We're not doing that in Hollywood. But I have seen a lot of posts on Twitter of like, I took my son, I took my daughter. We had the best time ever. They were the bravest. My son did 9 houses, I think that person said. I was like, damn. Danny, what is some advice to give a 15-year-old going for the first time? Group of 6. I got a perfect recommendation, but I'll see if Danny says it first.
Honestly, to stay excited, I would just say, keep the group together and prioritize like going to maybe if they want to decide as a group that like maybe Terrifier is not for them, maybe it is. They can just do that. But like Five Nights at Freddy's would be like a perfect maze to go to for someone in that age group. Same with the I feel like a good introduction to like more scary would be like Poltergeist, and then Fallout. Some of the things that follow more grand storylines and aren't really like crazy scary.
Like Jason is just, I'm here to kill you continuously.
Yeah.
Scarecrow, I'm here to scare the S out of you every single corner.
The Terror Tram might be good for them too because lets them get their feet wet a little bit on like how a maze kind of works, and then also they're outside so they can all be together and go as a group. So that could be kind of another fun thing too.
Yeah, I think if I had to like say I'm going in a group of 6, I would definitely not start off with Terrifier at all. Like I would not go there first. I would like build up to it. I think for you, a 15-year-old, she's kind of nervous. Your group of 6, put her in the middle. So all the scares are kind of happening in front of her and behind her. So she could like be kind of behind somebody, and she knows somebody's behind her. Not a monster will be behind her. So I think having her be in the middle is like that's like the most important thing you could do. But I would honestly, for me, I'm taking a nervous 15-year-old. Just start off with Fallout, and then go to La Llorona, watch a
Five
ceremony,
Nights at Freddy's.
kind of like roam with, like hang out with the fire towers a little bit, just to like, okay, I kind of get what the monsters are here to do, and how they scare. Get the feeling of what Horror Nights is, and then just head to the lower lot. Yeah, go to FNAF for sure. I have heard Fallout and Five Nights at Freddy's in Orlando are not scary. I really didn't expect them to be scary, but they're not scary. So those are like really good ones to kind of have like a wow, Horror Nights is awesome from a set movie accuracy and just the immersion aspect. Fallout and Five Nights are going to be good at that. But I think you should do Monstros. That's a really good maze. It'll probably really scare her, but I think Monstros is a good maze because it has kind of like an outdoor, indoor feel to it. And then it kind of ends with the scare zone. So, like, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I would say save Terrifier for last. That's my opinion. Maybe she doesn't even want to do Terrifier by that point, but I wouldn't do Terrifier first. Unless she's all about the gore somehow, then just start off with Terrifier. But my most important tip, put her in the middle. You're a group of 6. You guys could protect her. We got a couple comments. John Wick show would be amazing. I would not be mad about that. John Wick would be sick. Honestly, Born Stuntacular is top tier.
Top tier show.
Born Stuntacular is magical. I've watched it twice. One time I fell asleep, not because of the show. I was just so tired in the heat. And then the second time I was like, wow, I missed this show. I didn't even know there was explosions. I remember I think it was with you, Danny. I was like, I didn't even know this was all in the show.
Yeah, we watched that show and Mondo was blown away.
Yeah. No children should do Terrifier. We're not the parents. It's all up to the parents, man. They decide whatever they want. Is this year the first year they have No Scare light up necklace? I know Knots has had the No Boo necklace, but HHN been doing it in the past too. Horror Nights has never done it. And it's only Orlando. Hollywood's not doing the No Boo necklace. And they're selling it for $20. I don't know anybody that's like worn the necklace and been like, I didn't get scared at all. It was the best $20 I ever spent. Like, I have not seen a video like that. Yeah.
It makes more sense there than it does here, to be honest. The majority of Universal Studio, it kind of would be a waste of money here, and I feel like they would probably get a lot of concerns about people feeling like maybe they lost their money about buying it.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have a lot of scare zones, to be honest. We got the one when you first walk in, and then immediately to the left side of the upper lot. But on the lower lot, there's not really a scare zone situation going on there. Half the time you're spending on the escalators, you're not going to get scared there. You're not going to get scared in the Wizarding World. You're not going to get scared waiting in line for the Terror Tram. Like most of the places you're standing around in Universal, like there's a lot of places to go in Universal Studios Hollywood where if you don't want to be scared, you can be there and not be scared.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's really the main thing. Like with Orlando, you're walking through scare zones every step of the way. Like if you're going from one area to, it's like Knott's Berry Farm. If you're going from one area of the park to the other to get to a maze, you're going through a scare zone. And they have a lot of different scare zones. So there it makes more sense to have it. For Knott's, they implemented it and it makes sense for Knott's because Knott's has a chaperone policy. And, if parents are going to be going and they don't really want to go, they'd be a good candidate for the Boo necklace because they're just there to be a chaperone. They don't care about the event.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Last thing to talk about on this map, and I know the attractions and all that stuff are cool, but I think the coolest thing is that we got this gigantic building right here. This one right here, Danny. You know what that is? Do you know what that is? That's a hotel!
It
You know
better
that's
be.
a hotel! Danny. Danny. This is on this like new permit thing or new plan map that has been put out. How do you feel about it, dude? A hotel pretty much wrapping around the entrance of Universal Studios Hollywood.
Which part is the hotel?
Right here, this whole thing, Danny. Let me see. Let me see. Let me do it again. This right here, this great thing, is all hotel. And to make sense of it, right here is the globe. Right here, look, that little thing's the globe. This is the entrance to Universal. And then right here is Waterworld, where it used to be. So does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Here. I got it. Look. Do you see right here? Look. This is the
So
globe.
where would security be then?
This is the globe. I think I could put. I got these things. Look. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what
There
it
we go.
is.
There we go.
And then you got to show on the map too with those things, Mondo, where the new
Right there.
securities.
Hotel. The new security, which is actually being built right now, is down here. That area. And
Okay,
so look, does it kind of make more sense now?
it does.
Okay, let's go back to the Google Maps. Google Maps. What do you think about another? Like, it's another time that a hotel's been. It's. I don't want to say confirmed again, but it's being proposed again. It's in the works of a possibility. A hotel dead
It's
smack
definitely
entrance,
it's
Danny, at the entrance.
yeah, it's
There's
definitely needed for
there's
sure.
rumors that it would be like Helio esque. So what we saw at Epic Universe, the big one, just looking down the theme park, it would be something like that.
It
How
would
do you?
have to be. It would be great. Definitely needed. It's nice because that's also really close to the Hilton and the Sheraton, so they're kind of all on the same side of the resort. So the hotels can kind of all be together, which is
Yeah,
kind of nice. So and when the Olympics come, they're going to need a hotel as well too. So that'll be another probably popular space for people. It's going to give them an opportunity to sell vacation packages, especially during HHN. Nothing's going to beat going being done at HHN at like 1 or 2 in the morning and then just literally exiting into your hotel. Like that's gonna be the best thing ever. So
I'm
people will love
sold.
that. That people will love that for vacationers for sure. I do that already, but I do that at the Sheraton, so I have to walk a little bit down the street. But it's key having a access there after a long night at HHN. So but I think it's going to be great. It's going to really allow people to have a lot more flexibility being that close. You're going to have that Grand Californian esque ability for parents to go into the park for a little bit, come back to the hotel, then go back into the park. Go back at nighttime and head into Citywalk, get some dinner. Like it's really going to be a great place to vacation. Honestly.
Let me ask a couple questions. Like, is there demand for this? Do people really want to stay at a hotel when they go to Universal? Like, are people all of a sudden going to be like, hey, I want to do 4 days here? Like, do you think that's in the mix? Like, that's a conversation that people are having?
Um, I think I think it is a conversation that people are having. However, I think there is a need. I mean, having myself stayed at both Universal Hilton and Universal Sheridan, like they're always packed, they're always full,
Yeah.
uh, and so I feel like there's certainly demand, and people would definitely default to the OG one, unless they had points that they wanted to use at the other hotels, which is why I stay at the Sheridan, right?
Yeah.
Um, but the Overall, I think there's definitely a need for it. People love vacation packages, travel planners like Mystery Bay. That's key for her. It's easier for them to sell a vacation package than it is trying to, explain. Oh, okay, the Sheridan's kind of close.
You
You can
gotta
take a
walk up the
shuttle.
hill.
Yeah, like this just gives travel agents and stuff another option to be like, hey, this is right here. You don't have to take a shuttle anywhere. You literally walk downstairs to the lobby and you're at the entrance of the park. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think what's going to happen, um, I think there's a couple things, Danny. This is just me thinking out loud. I was talking about it earlier. Um, what about if Universal is going down the path of like they're just kind of moving on from entertainment? We've seen Disney do it. We saw Knott's do it. Six Flags has done it. Maybe Universal's getting to the point too where they're okay with not doing entertainment. And what I mean by this, maybe their mindset is we'll do the entertainment, but fan fest, horror nights, that's the entertainment that we provide on a storytelling, very high premium experiences. But on a day theme park kind of experience, the entertainment's not there. And they're okay with it because all the things I've heard, FanFest is going up in regards to budget and how big they really want to make FanFest. And Horror Nights, we already know that's astronomically super hyped right now. We haven't even talked about it, but we will. Do you think that's kind of like some of the formula that's going on right now? Like, what do you think about like the things I'm saying? You're muted.
no, I think that's definitely the case. I agree with that. Like they need more, like that space that they built that they're using for Q during
I
HHN,
know, dude.
which you've shown a picture of. That space is needed space. They need space like that to have these pads that they can make these walkthrough experiences, whether it's for HHN, whether it's for FanFest. Um, I really liked the walkthrough experiences that we did during FanFest. I liked the Star Trek one. I know a lot of people didn't
I liked I
like
liked
that
it.
one. I liked it too. Yeah, I thought it was fun. People get into it. It's almost kind of like an escape room, but like a living escape room that you're not really, having to try to figure out how to escape. It's more just like you're experiencing it, and people really like that. So I feel like, going that approach, giving some more of the space back to the actual theme park so that it can be a little bit more like Universal Orlando, compete with some of the other theme parks like Disneyland and the other Universal resorts that are kind of coming out ahead. We know Universal Studios Hollywood is unique, right? And in the sense that it's a studio, but they're also simultaneously trying to become more of an immersive theme park at the same time. And I think that started with them building, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter here, and then a little bit of that with the Illumination Land somewhat, kind of an immersive area that they built to match the ride, and then the attraction in and of itself was very immersive too. So they dabbled into it a little bit, and I think they want to grow that a little bit more because they see how profitable and how great it is for their business in Universal Orlando. I'm sure they would love to have some of that here, and some of the way the park's set up right now, it's more set up like a studio tour as a whole, because that's
Yeah,
kind of what it originally was. And to your point, I agree. Like I feel like it'd be nice to have some more theme park room, and then the entertainment aspect is like, they don't need to have a water world, they don't need to have a DreamWorks theater. They can get rid of all that and build something different, more immersive, more the things people are looking for nowadays.
yeah. NF says, I'm sure performers are union, expensive, with very specific break guidelines for all shows, easier for corporate to say no to costly shows. Josh, theme parks in California keep getting rid of entertainment, and I hate it. You lose so much when you get rid of live entertainment. I agree, man. I
Yeah,
agree.
but the thing is, I do agree.
I
At the same
love
time,
live entertainment. I miss Mickey's Mixed Magic. I miss the wagon stunt show at Knott's. I miss these things so much.
you let me correct what you just said. You don't miss Mickey's Mixed Magic. You miss Mickey and the Magical Map.
Mickey and the Magical Map. That's, I won't even say what I want to say, but yeah, no, not Mickey's Mixed Magic. Mickey's Magical Map. Mickey's Magical Map. I miss it. I took it for granted, man. I wish I watched it more when it was available.
No, but honestly, what you're saying, Mondo, is like they still have the entertainment, but if it's the immersive entertainment during these FanFest nights and HHN and stuff like that, they can still hire the entertainment. They're just, on a contract basis, and it's not an ongoing thing that they, have to keep people there all the time.
Yeah, I could see it. In the long term, I get what they're trying to do. We just need them for 2 months. You know what I mean? Instead of 12 or whatever, or 9.
Yeah. And there's a lot of really good immersive things we can do. Like the Desperate Housewives neighborhood that's in there wasn't just Desperate Housewives. It's used for so many things. Like so many shows have been there. So like they can do like an immersive set experience there, like they did for Back to the Future. They can do an immersive set experience like in the like where the lake is at. They can set up something there and like maybe like have a bridge set up walking out so you go to a boat or something. Like who knows? They could do all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So the FanFest nights can get real crazy.
Yeah. I just want to be clear. I'm on the side of I want more entertainment always. If you guys have heard my live streams, I'm always begging for Music Monsters and Mayhem to come back. And they don't listen to nobody. Listen to nobody. They don't listen.
Knots doesn't listen to us at all.
Knots is like, we're going to leave the theater empty. Another no entertainment. It's brutal. It's just brutal. All right. Let's get to the Big Kahuna. The Big Kahuna. The Big Kahuna Halloween Horror Nights opening week. So everything announced. The playing field is set. We're gonna have Terrifier, Fallout, Horrors of Wyatt 6, Monstros Tres, Five Nights at Freddy's, Jason Universe, Poltergeist, Scarecrow, music by Slash, and Terror Tram, re-enter the Blumhouse. I don't know what they're calling it, but that's what we're gonna call it. Danny, how do you feel, man? This is it. We have made it to another beautiful Halloween Horror Nights. Possibly one of the most epic Halloween Horror Nights we've ever been a part of. But I want to know, where are you on the hype meter, Danny? How you feeling, man?
On a high hype meter. This is like, I haven't been this hyped since 2019. Five Nights at Freddy's is definitely living up to the hype from what we've seen in Orlando. People love it. Terrifier, it's getting mixed things. People love it, people hate it. That's the Orlando version. So I'm excited to see what the end all version of John Murdy's interpretation of it is here. Same with the Horrors of Wyatt 6. Kind of not getting the best reviews for that in Orlando, but ours is way different. And I like the vision that John Murdy said that he was taking it. It sounded
Bayou. You're going into portals of the characters. Very different from Orlando.
Kind of liked it. Jason Universe, that maze is going to be great. Like, just without a shadow of a doubt. Not really all that hyped for Fallout. I don't know. I'm not down in it at all. I just don't really care about the franchise. But a lot of times when I go into these events and I don't care about the franchise, I end up liking the maze. So
that happened to me times where I'm like, I don't care about this thing, and I love it.
Yeah, so let's see. I might love Fallout. Super excited for Poltergeist. Like I think I'm like really, really excited about that one. Monstros 3, let's end the trio with like this amazing version. All those mazes have been great, so I can't wait for that one. And then Scarecrow, we already know Scarecrow's good, so.
Yeah. Have you been kind of keeping up with what's happening in Orlando?
Yes, I've been following it a lot, 100%.
So Five Nights at Freddy's over there, multiple days, it like hit capacity. And what I mean by that, over 3 hour wait, practically early entry. early entry hit 3 hour wait. Do you think that's going to happen in Hollywood?
Yes, 100%. I think
Or
we just
are
have
we
that person.
different? The crowd here is going to Terrifier, like, or Jason. You know what I mean? I don't know.
No, I think that person that we just had earlier that gave a super chat that had a question saying that it was their daughter's first time going to HHN, 16 years old, group of 6. I think we're going to see a ton of those, and they're all going to want to go to Five Nights at Freddy's and Terrifier. I think those are like the two that all the people are going to want to go to. They're all going to want to, take pictures, all that kind of stuff. So those two mazes are going to be huge. Five Nights at Freddy's has a massive queue.
Yeah.
Like it has that whole combined like exterior of the Transformers attraction plus the interior of the soundstage, all the back and forth there. So get ready to wait in line there for forever and a day. So
Yeah.
at least part of that line though is in air conditioning, which is kind of nice. So
It's really nice. um, do you feel like it's too early to game plan, or if Five Nights at Freddy's is important to you, you have to do it first? Like how are you thinking about that?
yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's is a must do first for me. For me. And it could be like when we had this much hype, it was for The Last of Us. Like that brought a lot of people.
That hit
That made
capacity. That one hit
Yeah,
capacity.
that hit capacity all the time, and it that one during early entry, it hit capacity all the time, and then sometimes it wasn't available during early entry. So I feel like Five Nights at Freddy's could be the same thing. It might not make early entry, like something goes wrong with the animatronics or something, and they're having some issues. They may not make early entry. Some people chose to use their entire early entry to just wait in line for Five Nights at Freddy's or for Last of Us to open, and they chose to do that. Meanwhile, I went and used my early entry to go do the Weekend maze twice and the Exorcist maze once, all during my early entry. So people chose to do with their early entry whatever they wanted to do. However, The Last of Us did have a super long line afterwards, so it kind of just depends. Um, you, I mean, the best option is going to be to have Express, right? If you can afford it and you can do it, do Express. You're gonna thank yourself on just Terrifier and Five Nights at Freddy's alone.
You already
So,
said you shaved off like 2 to 3 hours of wait between those two
mhm,
mazes with Express.
yeah. So I honestly think uh, that the early entry go down to the lower lot. I'd say early entry, unless you don't even care about Five Nights at Freddy's, then you can go to Terrifier. But go to the lower lot, go straight there. If it's open and available, get in there, and also do it multiple times.
Yes.
Do it multiple
Hell
times,
yes.
and
Um,
you don't have to worry about doing it early if it's light outside because Five Nights at Freddy's is indoors, so
yeah.
it's dark
If
all the
I
time.
we got a post here from Hotline. Credit to him. Awesome information. Uh, Early entry is Terrifier, Five Nights at Freddy's, and it starts at 5:30. So pretty early. You could do quite a bit. Sometimes they even open like it'll probably be Jason maybe. They might even open Scarecrow down there. The one that I'm not sure if like it will open during early entry is WWE Horrors of White 6.
Yeah, I
But
don't think it will.
Universal, for whatever weird ass reason, they never put anywhere what is open for early entry. Because I remember last year, a lot of people kept asking me, "What's open for early entry?" I was like, I could only assume Curious George and the Soundstage one at the lower lot.
There's
Um,
really no way for us to tell you because it's different every time.
it's different every time, yeah. Because
It's really just
one
depending on
year,
operations.
one year it was Universal Horror Hotel and Bride of Frankenstein at the upper lot. I was
Yep.
like,
Yep.
those were early entry too. It's just like I'll let you know what's early entry on Thursday. I'll let you know what's early entry at that point in time. Danny, or hold on
Do
real
you have
quick.
early entry that day?
I do not have early entry at all. I haven't even bought one. I am gonna buy one though. I need to do that before it sells out. Because I heard early entry like sold out like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I think Sunday's still available this week. But early entry, sometimes you can even buy it in person. Even if it's sold out, sometimes they sell it to you. We got a super chat from TTG Dream Thief. All 6 of us got Express for this Friday. Was it worth it? Hell yeah! Super worth it.
Dang, that group of 16-year-olds is gonna have fun.
Yeah, I don't know if it's all 16-year-olds, but you're in a group of 6 having Express. You guys are living the good life, like the real good life. And it kind of frees you up to, if like for whatever reason you guys want to slow down, have some food, maybe get on one ride, you could do that because you have Express. You know what I mean? Express doesn't necessarily mean you're going to just walk into a maze. Express could be 20 minutes, 30 minutes. One time we saw Express be 1 hour at Chucky, which was ridiculous, but it was better than 3 hours. But no, it's super worth it. Express is always worth it. I don't know what time it wouldn't be worth it. Let me see. We got 700 people in the chat. Oh my gosh. Hit the like button, everybody. We are at 245 likes. Can we get to 500 likes? I think we could do it. What's up, Nick?
We can definitely do it.
The wait was 160 minutes for Five Nights at Freddy's. 5 minutes after HHN opened. Later at night, it hit capacity. Oh! I think that's going to happen in Hollywood more. I think it's going to be worse over here.
Worse.
Nobody wants to hear it. But I get the vibe, Danny, like the younger crowd is like in Hollywood more than in Orlando. I don't know. I just get that vibe.
Orlando's like, oh no, I get the vibe too. And like, also, do you remember
21 and the year-olds over there? Over here, it's like.
Do you remember the Chucky maze? How that got?
Yeah, dude, it was ridiculous. It was three hours, literally. Yeah, we're gonna see some crazy.
We had a question in here from Anthony Carrillo, 2049. He asks, "Do you need early entry if you have an annual pass?" Yes. Meaning you have to buy it if you want it. You don't have to have it, but if you wanted to do early entry and you have the frequent fear pass, it's not included in your frequent fear pass. So you'd have to buy it.
It's an add-on. It's an add-on. Yeah. Just because you have an annual pass doesn't mean you have early entry. You still got to buy it. So like, I have an annual pass. I have to buy early entry. It's a different wristband that you get that'll like allow you to go to the lower lot, and they won't even let you get in the maze line early entry unless you have that wristband. So don't try to cheat the system because they're just gonna get your ass out of here. You don't have the wristband.
We have a question from Jovan Orozco 6962. What do you guys expect for opening night crowds? Is it usually lower capacity, right? It definitely is. Opening night is like one of the best days to go. It's definitely lower capacity. Early entry is like phenomenal on opening night. It's
you might even do FNAF like 2-3 times on Thursday.
10 out of 10. Highly recommend opening night. But if you're going in October, RIP.
Miserable.
RIP to you and everyone else.
Yeah. So like, let me put this in the most clear way. Early entry, the earlier you do it in the event, it's just better. Come the end of September, going in October, early entry might just be one thing compared to the people in September that might do 2 or 3 things, maybe even more. It's just the crowds get bigger and bigger, especially obviously Friday, Saturdays. But early entry is still great. Hey, if you paid $15 to do one of the most hype things in a short time, I think it's worth it. Because Express these days, you're dropping like $277 or something. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all.
Double O Junior 7 asks, I have Express already. Is early entry worth it, or should I be okay with Express? The reason why I like early entry, uh, this is really a question of whether or not do you have access, do you have a season pass for Universal Studios? Do you have access to the park already? Or are you just a only, my ticket for HHN is all I have? I like early entry, if anything, just to get to be there early, because the security lines are gross.
Yeah.
The crowds coming in are gross. Like,
I remember
it's
one
just so.
time security line started at like NBC Sports and Grill and Brew, like by the NBA
Yeah,
store. That was where the
it's a
security line started for HHN. Like,
yeah,
you've
and
been
then
to
also
Hollywood, you
like
know how ridiculous that is.
yeah, and also September is the hottest month in Southern California. It has been for a really long time. So September and October are gross hot months, and HHN like is starting at like you're usually lining up around like 4, 5, 6 o'clock to get into the event. That's like the worst time of day for the sun. It's like the hottest at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. It's so hot. It's like the peak of heatness, and right there at the front entrance of Universal, it's boiling hot, and there's no shade. There's all cement. It's just boiling down on you right there when you're waiting to get in the gates. And early entry, you just bypass all that. Go to Starbucks, get a drink, sit down. You're already in the park and you're ready to just go. So for me, the early entry is enough to just bypass all that BS outside. I don't want to deal with it.
Early
So
entry's good and just get through security.
yeah, that's honestly, if I do that, I don't even have to do a maze. I can just bypass all that nightmare. So that's
Yeah,
how
no,
I like it.
HHN has got crazy. That security don't go fast. Don't go fast at all. This is the weather. Thursday opening day, 86 degrees, and then 84s and an 82.
I'll
I
take
think
it.
that's the best weather you could ask for these days. Last year, that said 100, 102, 103. It was ridiculous. It was brutal. So
Yeah, I was there. It was 105,
yeah,
Mondo.
105. Uh, doesn't the light seeping into the tents annoy you guys during early entry? I like it because there's lots of times where I'm like, that's there. Look at that detail. I didn't know they did that over there. Like, I see way cooler stuff in during like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. But
I did all the
that's just
mazes.
me.
I did all the indoor mazes, so it didn't bother me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can
But
see.
I have done like I did Ghostbusters. That was a tent maze, and honestly, to whoever posted that question, the worst part for me during early entry isn't necessarily the light seeping through. It's the fact that it's still hot AF at that time, and you're in those tents, and it's hot, and it
Just
doesn't
waiting in line
feel it
sucks.
doesn't feel like you're at night, enjoying HHN like the
Yeah.
nighttime. It feels like you're in a hot tent during the day. So that's why I always prioritize all the indoor mazes when I first get there. Like Fallout would be a good one, or Five Nights at Freddy's, or whatever the heck the other one is down below in the other lot. So like those ones prioritize because they're like air conditioned, they're indoors, so they're still dark. Like it's gonna be nice. So
Yeah. When you get early entry, do they let you into the park a little bit before 5:30 or until 5:30? I think it's I'm usually already in the park, so like I don't even deal with that early entry crowd like at the gates. But I think they let you in maybe 5:20, and then you
yeah,
just
they let
start,
us in. They
yeah,
let us in like at 5:15, I think.
5:15. Okay.
Yeah, and like
And
we were walking in, I was just I was just happy at that point to get in because it was 105. I just wanted to get in and out of the sun right there because it was so bad.
yeah,
So
they
my
usually
phone
put
was
you like
overheating, everything.
kind of like in a little holding area at the main entrance when you walk into the theme park, and then
Hmm.
5:30 happens, and it's like good luck wherever you're going. Adi, Mondo, your RIP tour video really helped me make my decision to buy RIP this year. I think I picked a good year because these wait times are going to be crazy. Now, RIP, beautiful experience. I haven't bought one myself. I'm still on the fence if I want to do it or not. I will be doing Express Unlimited, that's for sure. But I don't know. Me seeing the Blumhouse stuff at War of the Worlds, I was like, I don't know about RIP. I think I'm okay. It was a
I love
discouraging for
RIP.
me.
If you haven't been to HHN in a while, I think RIP is so much fun. It's like such a cool experience to just be able to have the guide take you through, give you little tips and things, and having that little lounge experience too with the food and everything.
Yeah, the lounge is so good. It's
Yeah,
so
that it's really fun. It's a really fun experience. So I think they're gonna have a blast doing it.
free water, sodas all day. And you have access to buy alcohol right then and there in the VIP lounge.
So
Sometimes
nice. So
buying alcohol is hard. Like you got to wait big lines. RIP, nothing. You just boom alcohol. We got 23 months. 23 months from Louis Rags. Hope everything is good with you guys. Hey, thank you, Louis. Everything's amazing, my friend. I've had a blessed week, man. A great birthday, great everything, dude. I'm so happy that like this is Horror Night week. I've been doing so many damn update videos. It's like it's finally here. I can like touch it. I can touch the fog. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's how I feel. But nah, thank you, Louie. I appreciate you as always, my friend. We also got a super chat. Hold on. From AI. I'll just say from Al. Super chat from Al. If you have a platinum pass that includes an HHN ticket, you can just get the express add-on. I talked to a Universal Park member about it. Uh, I've done it many times, my friend. Yes. The way it works, you got to go in the park. And then at guest relations, that's where you could add express to your ticket. It could range from 150 to $250. Express ain't cheap, depending on what day you go of the week. But you can for sure add Express. I have many friends that have done it. I super recommend. It saves you a little bit of money in a way, you know what I mean? It takes like the ticket cost out of it. But thank you, Al. I appreciate your super chat. Rope drop. If you're already in the park, can you get early entry wristband in the park, or I have to go outside and get it there? Don't want to stand in that heat of heatness. Danny,
Honestly, Rope Drop Nation, this is a mixed bag because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's honestly, I wish there was
there was
consistency
some
with.
weird BS that happened last year with I remember Crystal and Chris.
Yeah, I wish there was consistency with this, like there is with Disney After Dark events, where like if you're in the park, you can. There's a designated spot. It's like sometimes they let you can go into like the front entrance where the fountain's at, and talk to the team members right there and get it all figured out right there. And then sometimes you'll talk to a team member and they're like, nope, you need to leave and go out and go back through. And that's kind of how they were doing it last year because to Mondo's point, they had a holding area. If you can think about the entrance to Universal Studios where the red carpet is, and you're looking directly at the main entrance to Universal, on the left hand side, they had all the people that were exiting Universal that were there for the day. And then there was like a little corral that had scanners right there just next to the globe that were doing early entry processing right there. And then you were going to those left hand turnstiles to enter the park with early entry and get your whatever other things you need. Like if you got express, they were giving you your express thing, all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I've had it sometimes where I was in the park already because I'm an annual pass holder, and then I would just go up to the front and get my wristband and my HHN thing, and then I would go, and then I went back down to the lower lot and waited outside Nintendo for early entry to start. And but I think the reason why they're trying to do the corral situation is they ran into a huge issue not last year but the year before when it was when was The Last of Us?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. So on The Last of Us year, they ran into a really big issue where people started creating a line for Last of Us on the lower lot, and they told people over and over and over again, if you're here for early entry, don't line up. Lines do not start until the actual event starts for early entry. Like your early entry time starts, you can't line up, and people were just creating their own lines because the team members could only tell people over and over and over again, and then new people would show up and they would start creating a line, and then the people that were there who were told not to wait in line didn't want to miss out, so they jumped in the line that started being formed.
There was almost
And
fights like every day with that, dude. I remember that.
yeah, it was just like a
People were
huge mess.
pissed. They were pissed.
So to Rope Drop Nation's point, like I think that's the reason why they stopped doing that, is because people were doing that situation. And so when people are outside the gates, Universal can control when all the early entry people are going in.
Like a little bit
So
of pacing.
so I want to say it's probably safe to say that this year is going to be the same, in the sense that they probably won't let you just be in the park. They're probably going to have to go out and wait to be corralled in. So
For me, I've done early entry like 4 different ways. Where I go to guest relations right there by Starbucks inside the theme park, and they just give me a wristband and I go to early entry. And then one time they like made people go to like Secret Life of Pets area and queue over there, and you get your wristbands at 5:30 or whatever the hell time it was. There's times where they've asked you to go out to come back in because that's the only way you're going to get your early entry bracelet. Like there's just some weird stuff that has. It seems like they don't know which one they want to go with sometimes. But come Thursday, we'll find out everything. So next Speculation Sunday, we'll have all the answers of how things are working, or at least how they worked that day we went. We got a super chat, Lupe. Hey Mondo, can you talk about Survival Guide? What would you say is the perfect route planned to you guys? Can I get an elote horn? Elote horn. Hold on. 2 elote horns.
I would say the survival guide, and I forgot to mention this earlier when I started talking about heat. If you guys are getting there early, and you have the ability to bring an umbrella, please bring an umbrella. I can't recommend an umbrella enough. There is no shade in a lot of the spaces that you're at when it's hot in the beginning of the night, and the umbrella will be a godsend, because that literally 4 p.m. is like the worst part of the day when it comes to the sun. So like, please bring an umbrella. Also, bring handheld fans. Like, you don't think you need it at night, but you absolutely do. Bring handheld fans. Bring Liquid IV, LMNT, Water Boy, whatever the heck, powder you use in your water. Bring that. You're gonna get super dehydrated at HHN like crazy. Get a packet of all that stuff. Bring it with you, so that when you can get big old cups of water from like. That's another thing. Bring an empty hydro or Odwalla bottle or whatever the heck you're bringing. Bring it empty. You can bring it empty. That's fine. The best place to go, Krusty Burger, just walk in, go straight to those machines, fill up your hydro flask with ice all the way to the top, and then you can just keep putting water in it all throughout the day, and it's like perfect. And I was putting Liquid IV in mine. It was like the only way I was able to survive on those 105 days. So,
I've never really done. I've been getting asked this a lot, and I almost feel like I might film a video tomorrow, a survival guide. If you want my honest, like, first reaction to a survival guide, eat at In-N-Out. There's an In-N-Out down the hill from Universal Studios Hollywood, right there, like 2 minutes. It's literally like it's like 2 lights away from Universal Studios Hollywood at In-N-Out. Eat at In-N-Out. Buy early entry. Do early entry, and you have to make a decision. Is it Terrifier or Five Nights at Freddy's? For me personally, I would do Five Nights at Freddy's. Just because I don't know about wrapping around at some point in the middle of the night or towards 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Five Nights at Freddy might just be ridiculous the whole time. So I think knocking that out early is going to be a big benefit because it just frees up your day. Because I don't know. I have a feeling Terrifier won't be in like the 3 hour time kind of thing. I don't think so. I don't think we really saw that in Florida at all. Uh, and where Five Nights at Freddy's is, it's just stacked. It's gonna have so much crowd down there because you have the Jason, Scarecrow, WWE, and Five Nights at Freddy. That means a lot of crowd will just stay down at the lower lot for very long periods of time. So I think doing lower lot stuff first is probably your best bet. I really feel like Fallout and Monstros 3, like those things might be like 30 minutes at the most. I can honestly see Fallout be 10 minutes for all we know, just because all the other things are just so hyped. But yeah, like from a survival guide, the only other tip that I could really give you, like Danny said, is bring a hydro flask. And the best place to get water is Krusty Burger. I don't know what other people are saying, but I go to Universal all the time. Krusty Burger will never fail you. They always have ice. One thing you'll notice at Horror Nights is that a lot of those Coke machines ain't got no ice. You know what's not fun? A hot ass Horror Night day and you got warm water. Ain't nobody trying to drink no warm water at Horror Nights. I want some ice cold water. And you could get that at Krusty Burger. You can literally just walk up. You don't have to like ask anything, especially if you bring your own hydro flask or a cup. Just fill your water up at Krusty Burger. And every time you fill your water up, you're saving like $8. These water bottles ain't cheap at Universal.
Mondo, are you live streaming opening night or are you vlogging?
We are live streaming. We are going to be live streaming opening day, Halloween Horror Nights. I will be vlogging. I will not be live streaming. Obviously, I'll be part of the live stream, but I will not be the one like manning the live stream. That'll be somebody else. And I don't think I've said who it's going to be. I just want it to be a surprise the day it happens. But we will be live on Halloween Horror Night Day. I'll be vlogging. Tomorrow I will be at Team Member Preview. There was like something on the email that went out, like for like the team member to let your guests know. It involved like filming and stuff like that. It was very specific to like in the houses. So I don't know. I need to find out what could be like. Can I film in the house? Can I not film in the house? The way that it read, it said that you can't post the house in its entirety. So I kind of interpret, like for me personally, I interpret like, well, then you could show the house, just not one continuous cut. You get what I'm saying? That's how I'm interpreting.
No POVs.
Yeah, no POVs. So let me run this by you. We're going to think out loud on this live stream right now. What about if I vlog? Is that out of the element of in its entirety? How do you feel about that? Because when I vlog, I cut everything.
Yeah, I think they just want the element of surprise to still be there. They know people want to share it on their social media, and usually when you post it on your social media, you're doing little clips and stuff like that. What they don't want is full POV walkthroughs, because that's giving a one-time experience of what it is. That person may not have gotten a scare in the moment that they were standing there, and they don't want opinions made on the maze, days beforehand when that may not be the reality. And it's still technical rehearsals.
Technical rehearsal, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like,
but if you're doing a vlog, if you're doing little clips of it here and there, you're not sharing the whole thing. That's maybe what they mean. But I would get clarification just so you don't.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get clarification. I was almost.
You don't want to get in trouble, anyone.
No, not at all. That's the last thing I want to do is get a team member in trouble. What I was thinking, maybe I just film like scare zone stuff. And that's it. That's all I found. No POVs, none of that stuff. We just save all that big kahuna stuff for Thursday. Because you best believe, on Thursday, we're doing all of that and more and live streaming. So on Thursday...
Mondo will be putting up POVs literally as he does them.
Yeah, for real, for real. No, not even exaggerating. I think on we'll just save all that stuff.
Your phone's gonna be overheating that day, dude.
Yeah, no, I already know it is. Um, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'll just film scare zone stuff. Uh, if I do Terror Tram, ain't nobody care about Terror Tram. Like from a you know what I mean, the whole entirety. I'm not gonna. I think I'm just stuff in their entirety. We'll just save it for Thursday. That's the whole point. We're doing media on Thursday, so I
Mondo,
think
is Art the Clown your live stream holder?
I wish, dude. I don't know if he would be good because he doesn't talk. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
super chat from the same TTG with HHN Express. Should we go in maybe around 7:30 or 8 to avoid the long security lines? Lol. By the way, it's 3 adults and 3 15-year-old bougie kids.
damn. Who
No,
you're
honestly,
dropping money, bro.
PTG, do not do that actually, because 7:30 or 8 is literally the worst security that there ever was.
No, no, no.
So
The worst parking situation there ever
yeah,
was.
yeah. Let
Oh,
me let
that's
me clarify
worse.
that.
The parking.
Yeah, you need to arrive at between 4 and 5, and even then that's pushing it. Like arrive at 4. I would say arrive between 3:30 and 4. Park so that you don't have to deal with that S, and then go into City Walk and have a nice dinner somewhere, probably at Antojitos or somewhere else, and then make your way in.
No antojitos. Go to Vivo, NVC Sports Grill and Brew, or even well, you're bougie. Go to Vivo. Just go to Vivo. uh, if you're trying to show up late, you got to show up at like 10, 11 o'clock. That's late to like avoid the craziness of anything. One of my favorite times to show up to horror nights, like later in the season, 10 o'clock. I love showing up at 10. Even 11. I love showing up at 11. But damn, bougie kids, you're in for an expensive night. But you did it proper. You got the express. You guys are golden. If I had to like truly recommend to you, I would honestly do early entry with the express, just to get the whole get the juices rolling early, and it just builds momentum for your whole day. Because sometimes you don't even want to stay all night. You know what I mean? So just to get things kind of going faster, it really shines. And when you do early entry with Express, do not use your Express during early entry. Just wait in lines. It's like 10-minute lines. It's not bad. What's your in and out order, Danny? Your in and out order.
Uh, 3x1 protein style. 3x1 is 3 patties, 1 cheese. Protein style is no bun because In and Out has terrible bread, and then I just get regular fries. I don't get animal style fries. If anything, I'll get spread to like dip my fries into.
Yeah.
But I'm not an animal style fries person. Sorry, they get too soggy.
My like go-to order is just a double double raw and grilled onion. Raw and grilled. You heard that right. Double onion. It'll change your life. But I do
Both type of
double.
onions.
Yeah, both type of onions. I do double double, both type of onions, and just a French fry with the water. Sometimes I get crazy and do an animal style fries. But you know what I feel like, Danny? Every time I get animal style fries, I'm like, was that really worth like $5-6? Probably not. I should have just got another burger. LR Malicia says they added the HHN banner to the front gates of Universal. Well, we'll have to see it tomorrow. It's closing hours over there, so I don't think we have any image on that. All right. Any closing thoughts on HHN and just Universal, Danny? Let's go to Disneyland or Disney.
No, I mean it's a fire year. It's going to be an amazing, amazing year, stacked. So make sure you're prepped and ready to go on all the days that you're going. You know what you're doing. You're like Mondo said, the key thing, Hydro Flask. I can't explain that enough. Like you're gonna want water so bad, and it's just so hard to get like when you're out and about there. So like, just know that that's a key thing. Bring those LMNT, the Pedialyte, whatever you're gonna bring to put in your water, your liquid IVs, all that kind of stuff. Um, Also, too, Starbucks inside Universal. Starbucks is like a lifesaver during HHN when you need that caffeine pick me up.
Oh, I've done it many times. I love a cold brew at 10:30 at night. It hits.
Mhm.
It hits. uh, real quick, where did it go? Hey, Mondo, do you plan on going live Wednesday to talk about tomorrow? Yes.
Bonfire.
Yes. Bonfire. I'm going to try to get a bunch of people. I don't know who will do it, but I'll try to get like a big ring of fire and we'll all talk Horror Nights. But yes, no, I definitely want to talk. Uh, I was almost thinking of doing like a non spoiler review of Horror Nights kind of thing. But like, how do you talk about Horror Nights without spoiling? So I don't know. I thought it was a bad idea. Uh, Hi, Mondo. Will you be posting and going live tomorrow? No, I'll just scare zones. That's kind of probably what I'm going to stick to. Probably a lot of Art the Clown if he's out there. I just want to say hi. I'm a fan of your work. We got a super chat. We better pray we get a limited express for real. I hope we do, dude. You got to buy it in person, and we don't know. We don't know. Nick says he gets a double whole grilled raw onion, fried mustard, extra toast. You know, I need to get on the extra toast game.
Extra toast. All these people saying extra bread, and I don't even like the bread.
Yeah, I got to get on the extra toast. I've heard people do that before. All right, let's move on to Disneyland. Or no. We're just gonna go Disney because there's quite a bit of things to talk about when it comes down to Disney. Disney or that knee. I'm gonna go over to Scott Gustin because he was dropping the fire left and right. I want to start off with the big one, Danny. Let me see. Right here. So it got announced over there in Walt Disney World that they're going to go back to the classic, more like original palette for Magic Kingdom Castle. Did you like the pink and bluish kind of vibrance?
I liked it for what it was when it was there for the anniversary, but I was always hoping it would go back. So this was a really great win for us, for sure, to have it go back to the original colors.
Yeah. Why do you think Disney did this, Danny? Was there like some kind of like, cause like the vibe I got from Twitter was like, we've been asking for this. Everybody's been and I'm not too in the know of like what's happening in Walt Disney World, but was there like a lot of hate towards the color scheme of the castle or something for many years?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I was just whatever with that castle. But I'm excited for it to go back to this kind of look. The big one that Scott Gustin was mentioning, like on a couple other posts, was that we want the Christmas lights to come back to the castle. Do you think
Dream
this,
lights.
what is it called? Dream lights?
Dream lights.
Is this the step to dream lights? Like it could actually
That's what I hope. That's what I hope. We got one step of the way with the original castle colors back. Now let's get dream lights.
Do you think it's possible? Like Disney knows?
Um, it is possible. Disney can do it. The thing is that it costs a lot of money to do it. And you know what doesn't cost money to do is just projecting stuff on the castle. And that's what they do. So that they have to start installing dream lights in July. So
Way early.
and there's a crane that just sits next to the castle the whole time while they install dream lights. So
I never knew that because I only saw it already done. Remember when we went in December or whatever? I'll tell you right now, if they announce they're doing this, I'm booking a trip. I'm seeing that again. I want to stare at that for like an hour. I've actually had a chance to see that. Me and Danny
Mm,
saw that. It's last year, I guess. Was it
yeah,
2019 or 2018? It was one of those.
it's one of those years. Yeah, but the nice part about like if people haven't been to Disney World, like the Magic Kingdom's castle, Cinderella Castle, you can see it from outside the park. It's very big. And so and also Florida's flat, right? It's like the flattest state in the U.S., second to Kansas. So, when you're in a hotel that's roughly, any kind of height at all, you're going to see, really far into the
Yeah,
horizon because it's so flat everywhere. And when the castle is Dreamlight's castle, you can see that everywhere, and it's like
yeah,
very iconic. So it's very cool. It's more impactful than it would be if it was here.
yeah. The other big news that occurred is Walt Disney making his way to Magic Kingdom. They're like, we already built the technology, let's keep it going. Walt Disney being added to, I keep wanting to say The Big Beautiful Tomorrow, but what is this show called again, Danny?
The Carousel of Progress.
Carousel of Progress. I don't know why I keep forgetting that name. How do you feel about this integration of Walt Disney and the changes to this show? This is an iconic show that's been there a long time.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's a lot of the stuff that they announced at Destination D23 was really fan service, right? Like, the fans wanted the castle to come back to its original color scheme. For many years, they announced that it was really big fanfare, right? The fans love the Carousel of Progress. People book trips expecting the Carousel of Progress to be there. With a lot of the changes that were happening in the Magic Kingdom, obviously I feel like Disney understood, there's some things that they can keep and some things that they have to get rid of. And a lot of people weren't really happy about the Rivers of America going away, Tom Sawyer's Island, and the Liberty Bell, to make way for the new Cars edition and Frontierland. But this is like a sort of fan service, right? To help the fans a little bit. Carousel of Progress. It would be terrible if they ever got rid of Carousel of Progress. Disneyland got rid of theirs, and it's a shame that we ever did, right? Because that building is useless now. It doesn't do
The
anything.
DVC Lounge.
Yeah,
Terrible.
so we got rid of ours, and we just get to look at the building that once was the Carousel of Progress. So they still have theirs. It's a very beloved attraction. So seeing that they're going to not only keep it, refurbish it, and make it better, and add to it, and put Walt Disney into it, is even better. So
This is a
I think,
huge plus in my book, Danny. I like
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah. I do wish though Walt was like a Disneyland thing, but this is like Galaxy's Edge all over again. One here, one over there. But I think it's going to be great. I think,
Yeah, and it makes sense in that attraction. That's Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
yeah,
That is his Carousel of Progress. It's just it was built, at Disneyland and here, but they still have theirs. We don't. So
yeah. It's going to be cool. It's going to be very cool. I kind of hope in the Florida version, it's actually Walt audio instead of like that AI mixing a bunch of words together. I hope over there they can figure out a way to just it's actually Walt, like his voice, that stuff that he said in the past. I don't know. I just feel like it would flow a lot better over there. And there's many times that Walt talked about a lot of that stuff that's on the walls there. So I don't know. I just feel like they could find great audio. How do you feel about like this change happening at Tron? They're gonna make it red. Is it? I look at it like, who cares? It's the same. Like nothing's changing. It's red. I think it's supposed to come with another song, Danny. They're gonna.
I still love the ride.
Yeah,
Either way, whatever color it is, I'm gonna love the ride.
yeah.
Um,
For
the
me,
only
it
thing
does
is that
nothing.
like
It does nothing.
uh,
I'm not planning a trip for this at all. Like
the
nothing.
the only thing that scares me is that the Daft Punk soundtrack from Tron Legacy is 10 out of 10, incredible. Nothing can touch it. Um, Nine Inch Nails, they make good music. They've made some good stuff before. obviously. But Nine Inch Daft Punk is not doing music anymore, right? They're retired, so they're not doing Tron Ares soundtrack. So the Tron Ares soundtrack is Nine Inch Nails, and their soundtrack is taking over the attraction. That's my only concern, is that like I don't know what the soundtrack sounds like. I don't know how
Yeah.
good it is. So what we know is that the Daft Punk soundtrack is fire on that attraction. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it ends up being.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's only temporary.
Josh said, "Isn't the audio at our Disneyland not AI? It's like a spliced, weird mix." I don't doubt AI was involved. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. We don't know their secrets, but it's like a spliced words that Walt said, and then they obviously mess with audio at that point. Uh the other one is we don't care about that one. We got to go a little further back. This one's actually Disneyland. Where is it? Where is it? Damn. Is it this one? No. Ah, there it is. Did you have a chance to even look at this, Danny? This one kind of went on like the down low. Uh,
I did have a chance, yeah.
how do you feel about this new look at an enhanced patio space coming to Napa Rose at DCA?
Honestly, I really like this because Napa Rose, their patio space is really was really always underutilized. I felt like, for the most part, the patio space was um, private parties only, and then it was used during the Princess Breakfast very heavily, for like princess kind of story time situation. And then there's of course, the bar inside Napa Rose has an outdoor fireplace attached to it. So a lot of people like to go out there with their drinks and sit out there. But it's like truly unmatched vibes, right? Like you're in the best part of Disney California Adventure Park. You're in Grizzly Peak Airfield. You have that incredible soundtrack playing. You have the vibes of Grizzly River Run in the background, usually really good sunsets. So to be dining like in the park like that, with a really nice patio is just going to be 10 out of 10 as far as the vibes are concerned. If you're going on a night where you have very good Southern California weather, um, I would pick outside over indoors anytime. But it's up to you, like on the night that you're going. So
Yeah, and it's gonna be cool because like just the sounds of that area is like water, uh, like music. I would assume they're gonna be playing here. There's even a fire pit that they put. But Napa Rose, you're dropping a pretty penny, so it's nice to have a more in premium enhanced experience. That's pretty cool. Is there anything about Disney, Danny, that you wanted to talk about?
we want to. Well, did you show them the Lorcana stuff yet?
No, no, I have not. I could bring it up though. I just posted it on my Instagram actually. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So, uh, Disney Land Resort finally paid host to Lorcana in a way they'd never done before. They've always had Lorcana set releases in downtown Disney. For those that don't know, Disney Lorcana is the Disney trading card game, like Pokemon, like Magic the Gathering. It's their version of it. Ravensburger is the parent company that makes the game, and they license Disney characters and stuff like that. They also work really closely with Imagineering and with animation, and building their versions of characters, which are very different, right? Like there's a picture right there of Winnie the Pooh, who's a sorcerer. They call him the Honey Wizard, right? Stitch Rockstar, all these things. So like these are versions of characters that don't exist in the movies. And so this is all part of the Lorcana universe. It's very, very cool. But Disney's never really done anything other than they sell the product at Disneyland. And this was the first time they used an expired attraction that we haven't been in a while, which was the Beast Library inside the Sorcerer's Workshop in the animation building, and they transformed it into an Illuminary from Lorcana. They had actors in there, and they were bringing Lorcana to life, explaining to people, getting people excited. He had an ink caster there, which is very, uh, you know, special to the game. Um, and then they had the ability for everyone who was in the event to get a free pack of the new set that launched on Friday. And then you're able to trade with people to get all the cards that you need on your little scavenger hunt so that you get the prize card, which was only available at Disneyland and only available at Disneyland Resort at California Adventure Park. So that was the first time they've done something like that with these special promo cards you can only get in the parks, which is really really great. You know, synergy I feel, and something they should have always done. We definitely need to see more Lorcana representation in the parks, um, and I hope this is the beginning of more of this for sure because it's like very much needed as far as their representation. The versions of the characters in these cards are insane. So they need to bring these characters to life somehow in the parks. I don't know how they do that, but we need to have like the Cinderella in her night outfit, like doing meet and greet in the park.
Yeah, no, I had a blast with this Lorcana event. It was really cool because it was I don't want to say free because you have to get in the theme park, but it was not like an extra paid thing. It was you just had to get a wristband in time. But this integration of Lorcana is really cool because Disney they don't really do cool stuff like this no more. And we got to go in the sorcerer's workshop. We got to go to Beast Library again. It was just nice to be in these areas that we haven't had a chance to roam in like I feel like a year or two. It's been a while. Uh,
Yeah.
but no, home run for Lorcana. The community was there. The crowds were huge, and it's just getting bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger crowds for this experience, or not this experience, but just Lorcana in general.
And yeah, and we have our friend Nene in the comments on that post who pointed out something really cool. He was in a old Mickey and the Magical Map entertainment costume, which is so funny because so many people have brought connections and synergy, comparisons to Mickey and the Magical Map and Lorcana because it's like very kind of similar concept
Yeah.
in the sense that like there's like ink casters that bring these glimmers to life and it's really exciting. It's a really fun trading card game. I highly recommend it to everyone. It's fun to collect. It's fun to play. It's twice as fun to play as it is to collect. And it's it's cool that they're bringing it to Disneyland, and I hope that they do more. But someone else in the chat, as we transition away from Lorcana, someone else in the chat, a Glory Ann, by the way, in the chat. I met Glory Ann and her boyfriend or husband. I don't remember if they were married or not. But I went to Disney Lorcana North American Championships here at the Disneyland Hotel when they had it for the first time, and they were there. They were from like Arizona or something, and they watched Speculation Sunday, and I was end up playing. I played against them in Lorcana, but she's in the chat here saying she pulled a Honey Wizard at her event. That's awesome. The Enchanted Honey Wizard card, which is actually going up in value. So she's lucky on that one.
Nice.
Uh,
That.
but no, someone else in the chat, Mondo mentioned, we forgot to mention that D23 Expo is coming back to Disneyland Resort area, Anaheim Resort.
Damn. We got the
That's
dates, right?
Purge horn right there.
Let me hit the purge horn. D23! How did they top last year, Danny? I don't know, dude. This is untoppable. I almost feel like they
Yeah,
went
we had a
far.
really good D23 last year. Um, Honestly, I have no complaints of D23 last year really at all. They had everything truly organized. The only thing I didn't really like about D23 was just the only thing I heard about consistently with complaints was in regards to the shuttle system getting back from Honda Center to the Anaheim Convention Center where people were parked. That was kind of a pain for a lot of people. But that was their first time doing it. In all honesty, everything else though was really organized. Um, the way like getting your choice of I feel like putting the big events in a paid ticket area really let the event breathe. It let the event be itself and be something different and be a separate space so that the big things were happening later. You could enjoy your time at D23 and see all these other panels, and you weren't having to miss out all those panels to do the big ones. The big ones happened after D23 closed, and they were at the end of the night. So I'm glad they're going back to um, that new formula. I think it's a great formula. But yes, D23 is coming back next year. So literally around this time next year, and tickets will go on sale in the spring. So maybe March, April, or May.
I will be buying the big one for sure. I'll be buying
Yeah,
all.
and I think the big thing that Mondo and I didn't know this time around was we had gotten tickets in the nosebleeds. At least for me, I don't know where yours were. Or no, you didn't even go to Honda Center.
No, I
I
said
got
away.
tickets, I got tickets in the nosebleeds. I won't be doing that again. Absolutely will not be doing that again. I did not realize how tight the seating was up there in Honda Center. So that's a no for me ever again. So I will have to splurge a little bit and pay for better seats down lower in the Honda Center this time around for sure.
So you're
That's the only
saying
thing.
like the $700 range, right? That would
No,
be
I'll probably go like $400, $500 range. I'm guessing.
okay. Okay, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Some people are spending like 2,000, 3,000, I think, or 5,000.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have that kind of money. That's not
No,
my.
me
That's not the kind of
neither.
money that I have. But but I don't. I won't be doing the $99 ticket again. That's for sure. That's not
Yeah,
going to be me this time around. So
splurge a little bit is what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll be attending the hell out of T23 next year. I missed out, but I've been so disappointed with all their other D23s. They just freaking went. They went God mode last
Honda
year.
missed out on all the Lorcana at D23 too.
Danny, for uh, for Halloween, do you feel like it's a little lackluster at the Disneyland Resort, or it's just fine? How do you feel?
I think it's just fine. I think it's exactly what people expect it to be, and I feel like Disney treads this weird space. Right? They can when they change a lot, people get upset. Um, People like to book their annual trips to Disneyland and they want it to be the same. Especially when it comes to Christmas, people are feeling that way about Halloween. They want to see the pumpkin, they want to get Halloween food, they want to see the Halloween fireworks show. Maybe some people want to go to Oogie Boogie Bash. We're I think where we're having a mistake here is that we're trying to compare Halloween at Disneyland to like HHN, which is always changing every year, or Scary Farm, which is somewhat changing each year. And I don't think Disneyland Halloween's ever going to be that, and people want it to be the way it is. And so if we look at it that way, anything new they add to it just pluses it up, right? People want it to be the same. That's what they expect when they go on trips annually. They want it to be the same, and they'd be mad if it wasn't the same. So
Yeah. Yeah. I just wish there was like a stage show, but now that I put everything in perspective, all these theme parks they're just getting rid of entertainment. So what am I asking for? Uh,
Uh, Nick from Wonders of Magic Mondo says floor seating buying early was $900 after row 10. Unforgettable experience.
yeah, maybe I do that one. I would like a good seat next year. Um, man, I'm trying to think. I think that's it for Disney. There's nothing really else I want to talk with Disney. All right, let's move on. Let's move on from Disneyland. Let's go to Not Scary Farm. So, Not Scary Farm, Danny, the big news or the rumor was they're canceling Wednesdays. And then coming to find out, it is true. It's true. They canceled Wednesdays. How do you feel? How do you feel? You bought an annual pass, right, to Scary Farm?
I did, and now that they canceled Wednesdays, I don't know how often I'll be able to go. Unfortunately,
I know, dude. I feel.
so that's kind of a bummer because we bought it. I almost want to see if I like could get a refund from it because like I bought it with the intention of trying to go on Wednesdays, and they sold it as such, right? And so then they just took it away. So maybe they can give us it or not. I don't know, but I think it's a bummer. I think Wednesdays were a great addition for people that can't go on the weekends, for whatever reason. Um, it's definitely a labor cost cutting move on their half. Um, I think I don't know. I just feel like they need to have more weekdays than just Thursday, Friday. So
Yeah.
it certainly makes them money. I don't understand why they maybe they had data showing that they just didn't get a lot of attendance during Knott's Berry Farm, Scary Farm during Wednesdays last year.
Yeah, I'm bummed about the Wednesday thing too. I like going Wednesdays. I like going Thursdays. Those are most of the time when I do go to Scary Farm is like a Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, Saturdays probably at Horror Nights, or you know what I mean. Um, I'm just sad. That's how I feel. I we buy our Scary Farm pass, and then like here we losing dates. It's just a bummer. I don't even know how else to say it. Uh, I would bring up Fright Fest, Danny, because they canceled Thursdays too. I know you don't care for Fright Fest, but it's Cedar Fair. Do you think Cedar Fair is in trouble? There's some trouble behind the scenes.
Arnott's Adventure says Wednesdays were dead. We're spending more in payroll than they were making in ticket sales.
It was for the
So
fans. Uh,
yeah, it makes sense for them, I guess. To only have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So as long as they still put on a good show, I think that's all that really matters. But what was your other question, Mondo?
know
Oh,
that Fright Fest also canceled Thursdays, so because these are the same company these days, Cedar Fair, Six Flags. Do you think there's trouble behind the scenes? I guess corporate. corporate.
well, there's absolutely trouble. I mean, they got rid of their CEO, so there's certainly stuff going on. Um, there's, I don't. Who knows? We'll have to see. I mean, Knott's Berry Farm is one of their top, money makers. So they, that and Six Flags Magic Mountain probably carries the portfolio along with Cedar Point. So they will, we'll have to see how things adjust. But if the other parks can't cut the weight, then they'll bring down Knott's Berry Farm and Magic Mountain with it.
No. Um, like I'd put you as the president of Knott's Berry Farm. Where does your heart go of like what needs to be fixed? What needs love and attention? What needs to be done? Like where would your heart go? Like just on a quick thought, on a quick idea, Danny. Where does your heart go? You're the president of Knott's tomorrow. Where does your heart go to try to help things?
Parking.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Explain.
Their parking is terrible.
So I already know where you're going, Dan. You want a parking structure.
They need a structure. Yeah, they need a structure. They need easeability to get into the parking areas. Um, it's like they literally have to have the police there almost every single crowded weekend, shutting down intersections. Directing traffic. It's just terrible. So
So for you, it's the parking. Uh,
yeah.
for me, I honestly I don't know where to start with knots. Like if I became president, like how do you fix things? Um, I don't know. It's a really tough question. I've been thinking about this all day because I knew I was going to ask this like in our live stream. Um, I think for me personally, I would improve food quality. I would improve it a lot because I really feel there's been a decline in food quality at Knott's. Ever since the Cedar Six Flags Cedar Fair merger, I don't think it's the same quality food at all. I know there's some people that are like, "Oh, you're tripping. It's the same food." It's not. I've been eating Knott's food. I don't know, like 8 years now. It's a long time I've been eating this Knott's food, and I feel like it's a very sharp decline in quality. I would improve the quality of food. Food's a big part of Knott's Berry Farm. All the people with meal plans, and just in general, the amount of kids that go for school, they're all eating food and Knott's. Like they don't bring their own lunch. I think improving food would go a long way at Knott's Berry Farm. Just because it's like, man, I can't wait to go eat that taco again, or that burrito again, or that boysenberry dish again. Because, for the most part, these last couple boysenberry festivals, summer nights, I'm like walking away like, I don't think I liked anything, Danny. You've been there with me. I would improve food quality right away. That would be the main one, I think. There's other things that need to be improved as well, but that would be the big one.
Yeah. Regular Josh One said he would fix that pizza oven.
It's so true. It's so true. The stupid city of Buena Park won't let them have a structure. Buena Park would rather have an empty mall across the street doing absolutely nothing. Knott's would benefit a lot from a parking structure, honestly. It you know, the one, I know this is like big picture, not super successful, have a lot of money kind of thing. Knott's has abilities to expand a lot, and they don't for whatever reason. Knott's owns a lot of land in its surrounding areas. They literally own a lot of land. I think a Knott's expansion would be awesome. And if there was ever a time to do something IP related, it would be now. You're best friends with Warner Brothers. There's a lot of cool stuff that could come, either family or something else related. But do not budget cut anything. Like go all out, man. I want to see the same inspiration and same vision that they had with the log ride. The log ride, obviously it's aged and it shows its age, but when they built that thing, the amount of animatronic physical sets, the idea of the story and everything they did, it's remarkable. Same thing with the mine train. Like, where did those visions go? Where did that kind of spirit of building attractions go for Knott's Berry Farm? They need to get back to that. Big time. Big time. Right here, look at this. Big time. Shout out to Big Time. Awesome YouTubers. Check them out. I'm wearing their shirt today. All right, that's it, man. We're upon Halloween Horror Nights. I'll be posting some videos on Instagram, Twitter.
Are you ready?
Facebook. I'm very ready. I'll do a live stream on Wednesday, like to talk about it. But Thursday will be the big day where I'm gonna spoil the hell out of everything.
This is your Hell Week, Mondo.
Yeah, but I'm ready, Danny. I'm ready, dude. I'm gonna try to go to Horror Nights every single day this week, baby. Every day. Even if I don't do nothing one of those days, I would like to still go. Closing thoughts, Danny, and if you have any content or anything that's on the horizon, let people know.
Yeah, closing thoughts. I'm excited for Halloween Horror Nights when I get to finally experience it. I'm ready. I don't care about spoilers, so I'll be there on the bonfire nights and seeing all the content tomorrow and everything. So I'm ready though. I'm ready to see what everyone thinks. See what people's opinions are as they come out of these mazes tomorrow. So I'm excited for that, and I'm also excited too for now that we know that D23 is coming back. I'm excited to start planning that too, because it's always like when we know D23 is going to happen, like it's like something to look forward to. It's like you're like, yes, I have this event coming up now next year. I have something to look forward to. So I'm excited for that.
Heck yeah. D23, this one, supposedly the second 5 years of this 10-year turbocharging is where they really spend money, which is kind of shocking because they're spending a Disney's going all out right now. Cars, that new Cars area in Magic Kingdom, Monsters Inc. Land roller coaster, Puppet or the Puppets, uh, Muppets roller coaster. They're also going to be doing Coco, Avenger Campus, uh, Avatar Land. Tree of Life is going to be Zootopia. Encanto, Coco area. Like Disney's going hard right now, and supposedly the second 5 years, so the fifth year to the 10th year, that's when Disney's really gonna go super magical. So this next D23, it might be just the biggest D23 ever. Like whatever comes down the line might not even top it, because Disney doesn't. They're not always in a growth stage. You know what I mean? We're in a rare time. We're in a great time to be alive. Universal, Hollywood, possibly expanding. Disneyland, possibly expanding. Maybe Knott's and Six Flags somehow expand. But we're in a good time. We're in a really, really good time. Any content or anything, Danny, on the horizon?
Yeah, I'll have a video tomorrow. Yeah,
Nice.
it's already uploaded, so it'll be there tomorrow. And Evan, and what do you call it? I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow to try to do more Lorcana stuff. I know Mondo was going to originally too. I don't know if that's still the case, but
I don't know anymore, Danny. I gotta rest, dude. I got a long night ahead tomorrow. I got a date with Art the Clown. Hopefully. All right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight on this Speculation Sunday on a Monday. But we're going to have a lot to talk about, because we're going to be doing Halloween Horror Nights, and we're going to have a lot to say. What's our favorite houses? What overachieved, underachieved? We're going to figure it all out. So stay tuned for this week's Speculation Sunday. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Smash that like button. We are firing it down. The Cali Bay, just as Danny are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo.